Hey friends, I hope you're doing really well. Yes, I'm in a different location doing some work not from home this week. And yeah, I just wanted to be able to finish up our movement series as we're counting down. There's only, let's see here, so 3 days before on Saturday, June 24th, we do our Motives to Move class. It's an hour class, maybe a little longer depending on how many people come and how much coaching we get to do, maybe longer. But in that class, we're going to talk through each person who come live, their individual struggles in a group setting around where you're feeling stuck, what has kept you up, or held you up in terms of having the peaceful relationship with movement you want to have. So there is the class part of it, which you'll get that access to that information. It's about an hour of content that you're going to have to do some pre-work for. And then, we discuss all that plus much more on Saturday morning. If you can't make it Saturday morning, but you love to be a part of this, where we kind of uncouple some trauma narratives around either too much or not enough movement, or just need some logistical problem solving or just some encouragement. We'll be doing all that on Saturday, but if you can't make it live, but you're like, I really want to hear about how to do this, then I will do a recording as well. So those who sign up get access to that. So let me get started around, movement. We're wired to move, and we all have our different appetites for that, just like anything else, right? Whether it's TV, different foods, we all have preferences. But then at the end of the day, movement is something you don't have to teach babies. They lay on the changing table or on the floor or whatever they're doing, and before they could even walk, they're wiggling. They're seeing how their bodies, without being conscious of this, can get from point A to point B, or from this hand to this hand, to bring it together, and finding satisfaction in the completion of that. And so that's just in us to have those human experiences of movement being satisfying in some way. It doesn't always have to feel awesome. Sometimes if we've been deconditioned, and I know I've been there in my life, and around pregnancy and after, and times where I needed to just give movement, to literally give it a rest, because it was so overcoupled with worth and value, and earning worth and performance, and feeling a false sense of power, all those kind of things, that I just had to let it go for a while to rediscover a truer identity than, again, body size, or how much activity you can do, and what you look like, and what people think of you based on your movement. A lot of us have had to let that go and rediscover true, authentic, preferences. And just like with food, and this is what the title of this video is look at movement just like your food journey is. If you've been dieting, and so let's call that you've been not being able to move, or moving too much in your life, and using movement as a way, lack of movement as a way to feel more hidden or unseen or invisible, or just fear, just fear based in whatever way, right? Or if you've overused movement to try to not feel, try to be somebody, whatever it is, we're taking a break from that. Though that just to be able to unblend enough to who am I with movement? What do I like? What does movement feel like when I've had a really hard day and there's too many spoons, and there's movement I typically like, but today I'm just not feeling it. And being able to navigate that without the all or nothings and the catastrophic thinking and the guilt tripping. We want to do the exact same things that we've done with food. We want to use it with and for movement as well, because honestly, you deserve to have a relationship with movement, with all the strife, the angst, and just the narrative that your movement has something to do with your worth and value. It does not. Does it improve the quality of your life? Probably. Does it necessarily mean you're going to live longer? Nobody knows that besides, ourselves, basically. But not even us. You can hedge your bets, but that's about it. And there's no promises, because we all have heard lots of stories of people who were the people that something unfortunate happened to them and they were running, and things didn't last. Life didn't last as long as people would have anticipated based on that movement. So there are no guarantees. Do we hedge our bets with movement? Sure. But we want movement to be more than that. We want it to be about thriving and enjoying the world around us and other people, and have a little bit more embodiment and agency that day, or embodiment and I think it's about embodiment and thriving. I can feel what I feel, and I'm really clear about what each experience means inside, what it means to me, and it's something that I'm experiencing, but it's not who I am. Okay? And again, that's just so important, and that's what we're going to talk a lot about in Saturday's class. Lastly, what I want to say about that is that, again, it's really normal. Just a reminder that it's normal to struggle with movement. If you've, I don't know if any of you have ever watched my I didn't eat vegetables for 6 months video. I did that video many, many years ago. I'll link that down below so you guys who haven't seen it can enjoy that one. But it's the same thing with movement, is that there may be a time where things were just so judgmentally value driven that you need to take a break from it to experience something new. So that's one of the reasons a lot of times we have to take a break from movement, and it's hard to get going again because we just don't know where our edges are and all that too. So, and those of you who are watching this video and you're not really in this place where you're as exercise or movement hesitant, doesn't mean that this work isn't for you, because it's hard sometimes to just do the right thing, right? Which is I know I'm being excessive. I know that my movement when I get up in the morning is a should and not a, what can I do today? And what do I have the privilege of being able to do with the body that I have? And this video is also for people who are struggling with it based on mobility issues or pain issues, is that sometimes we just need some support to be able, how can I hold a lot of space and grace for myself as I navigate what I can do and grieve what I can't. So this movement class is for everybody, to be honest, but I know it'll especially resonate with people who they just don't know how to get going and it not feel diet culture-y, basically. And sometimes when we feel kind of stuck, sometimes we end up not doing anything at all, and then years go by, and it feels harder and harder as time goes by to get going. And this class is just to encourage, give people some didactic, so some mind information, but also some relational and trauma-informed practice around how to move, and build some new neurobiology around movement, feeling, embodied and agency in all the best ways, and not about proving, earning, scoring, all the things. Okay, so if you're interested in that class, again, I'll put the link below. I probably will run it again at some point in the future. I'm not sure. I don't ever have super set plans. I don't do usually I'm going to run this class, 2 times a year at these months. I mean, I really kind of do it a lot based on what I see and perceive and hear from people as need. And, so whether this class is huge or just a couple people, I'm just honored to get to help all y'all who are ready to move on to the next level with some stuff and get some information and some experiences. For me, it's more about providing experiences. There's tons of information online. We don't need necessarily a lot more of that. What we need are new experiences, new co-regulatory experiences of feeling relatively safe enough to explore the stuff we know, but it's hard to really sink into it without feeling overwhelmed by it. So we're going to do, it's going to be good. It's going to be good on Saturday to do some of that trauma care work around movement, so you can have some freedom and some space and have some clarity. So thank you all so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you hopefully in the class, but if not, I'll see you in next week's videos, and we're going to move on to a new topic. And let me see here. Yeah. We got some good stuff for next week. I'll draw some hints in some of the prompts this weekend. So thanks so much. I'll see you soon. Bye.